Hey guys, Opto here with another spec to showcase. I have posted this spec like many times before on my channel, but I think this update on it might make it more clear to understand how it plays, and because I think my previous guides were pretty terrible, so hope this can help clear things up for those who are interested in trying it out. The spec is very good in AoE and single target. It's probably one of the top specs in my opinion. The only downside is that you lack a lot of utility because it requires a lot of epic gems that cannot be dropped. As usual, I'll hoover over my gear and you guys can take a look. I did manage to finally get my tier 6 set, and I will say it's very strong. Also, if you have been watching my streams, you'll see that I have been experimenting with armor penetration gear, and I do believe it's a little bit better than standard attack power and crit gear. So if you have a chance to pick up armor penetration gear, you should definitely go for it. Okay, so Gurubashi in a nutshell, if you don't want to read this essay here, when you have this enchant on, you learn a new ability called Gurubashi Rage, which when you use it, gives you a 10% critical chance to your abilities and procs Raging Blows for 12 seconds. Also, your Blood Surge now procs Raging Blows, so basically we want to use Raging Blows as often as possible, because each time we crit with Raging Blows, slam, or execute, it gives us a stack of Gurubashi Berserker, which reduces our warrior GCD by 3% up to 10 stacks. And then at 6 stacks of Gurubashi Berserker, Raging Blows has a 10% chance to recharge itself and a 20% chance to reduce the cooldown of Siegebreaker by 10 seconds and Gurubashi Rage by 4 seconds. This chance is increased to 40% if Raging Blows crits. So that's why it's very important to have higher critical chance for this spec, because the more you crit, the higher chance you have to reset your Raging Blows and also reset your other cooldowns. You should aim for at least 50% critical chance if you try this spec, as it will feel pretty clunky if you don't get many crits or resets, so just keep that in mind. And yeah, that's pretty much Gurubashi Berserker. So for the rotation, it's not a macro, so don't ask me in the comments if there's a macro. The rotation requires practice, and to get the most DPS from the spec, you'll definitely need to get it down. But basically, if you just follow the chart that I made here, I know it's pretty scuffed, but it's pretty much the whole rotation. And basically, is Raging Blows up? If yes, then you press Raging Blows. If not, then check if your other abilities on cooldown. And when I mean other abilities, I'm talking about Hunger for Blood, Gurubashi Rage, Blood Rage, Berserker's Rage, Death Wish, Bestial Wrath, Siegebreaker, Bloodthirst, and Slice and Dice. If these abilities are on cooldown, then you can press Colossal Smash and then execute 3 times, and then you go back to pressing Raging Blows. Yeah, and that's pretty much the whole rotation. It's just making sure that you're tracking your Raging Blows and making sure you don't overstack it more than twice, because it only stacks up to twice. So yeah, just practice doing this. And the final thing to note is keeping up Bloodbath. So Bloodbath can be refreshed every 6 seconds with Blood Surge. To do this effectively, you should be using Bloodthirst or Steel Wind when Bloodbath debuff timer is 3 seconds. So when it's at 3 seconds, you'll press Bloodthirst or Steel Wind, and you press Raging Blows again to refresh Bloodbath. With 100% uptime on Bloodbath, it can account for 3 to 5% of your damage. So it's very good if you can keep it up. It will be difficult to do in raids, but just do your best. For AoE, it's also very good. I think it's probably one of the best AoE specs out there if you play well enough. Siegebreaker hits targets in a Kono range, but it's a very small range, so make sure you position yourself well to utilize this. And then just do the standard rotation, with added Bladestorm, and you'll do really good AoE. I picked 110k DPS AoE as Gurubashi, and I always top DPS meters in Mythic Plus, even beating out, the Arcanist. So yeah, if you play well enough, you can pretty much out DPS any AoE spec. But yeah, that's all I have for this build, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out my stream. Thanks for watching.